thanks so much for joining me again. I'm Anna and this is Mommy Turns the Page. Today I just wanted to take a minute to talk about The Peculiar Night of the Blue Heart from Lauren DeStefano. This is going to be short because I didn't really love this book. Now, I love a ghost story as much as the next person. The fact that this is, at its essence, a ghost story is not the problem I have with it. And the writing is actually great. It pulls you along almost immediately. You're drawn to these characters. There's excellent character development. The foster mother in here especially is such an interesting character because she starts out seeming really gruff, and as the story goes along we learn more about her own story, her disappointments, the way she cares for all of these children who have been under her care over the years, and she truly becomes in some ways an unlikely heroine. There are some great elements to this book. Here is what I don't love about it and why I am not going to be putting it on the shelf for my kids once they're at the age to read this. I felt that there was an almost voyeuristic approach to childhood trauma and domestic violence in this book. I felt that, I don't want to give away the plot of the story for anybody who might want to read this, but the ghost in this story is a murdered child, and that is tragic, and there is this attempt at creating a sense of peace and completion toward the end. To me, the way I read this story as it went through, I felt not that I was being pulled into the story through a lens of understanding and empathy, but from an almost tabloid-like, voyeuristic entertainment sense of a lens as it came to the ghost in this story, as well as to the children who are at the heart of this story, the little boy and girl who, the little boy is like a wild thing, and we learn why. He has been through unspeakable trauma as a kid. And again, I felt that that was treated almost as like, ooh, wait until you find out what happens to him, more than this really compelling sense of empathy for him. There are moments where the author, I feel like, approaches it well. We learn that this child, in many ways expresses himself more like an animal. He feels drawn toward animals because in so many ways animals feel more empathetic, more human, they're more understandable than the humans who have been in his life. And that angle I feel like I really appreciate. However, at its core, I felt like this is an entertainment, almost a voyeuristic sense of turning trauma into a subject for entertainment rather than an empathetic approach. And so while it's not going to keep me from reading other Lauren DeStefano books, I definitely look forward to reading more things from her. This particular title, especially for any child who has experienced trauma, I do not personally recommend this one as something that approaches the themes of domestic violence or childhood trauma in a way that makes a kid feel understood and like their story is not one for entertaining consumption. To me, this was a thumbs down, not one that I recommend. But again, compelling writing, and I look forward to reading other titles from Lauren DeStefano. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, my name is Anna. This is Mommy Turns the Page. Thanks so much.